Hello guys, it's me Karthik. Hope you guys are doing really good. So let's say there is some Flipkart or Amazon, there is a big billion days happening and they will keep on send us the emails like these many products are there, these are the offers and all. So am I only the one who receives that email? No, right? There will be lots of people, right? So they are sending this bulk email in order to market themselves. Okay, so this bulk email with the help of SendGrid we are going to learn as part of playlist. Okay, some tech companies, not just some, lot of tech companies will have their own SMTP servers where they will manage these IPs and all the infrastructures in order to send emails, right? So in my previous organization they have this email server and will simply connect to it to send. But there are some other vendors like SendGrid, which is a cloud-based SMTP server provider where they will take care of the infra. You just need to connect to this via your API key, and you need to farm this email object and you can send it directly. Okay, so that's where this SendGrid comes into picture. So this playlist we are going to explore some of the features. Okay, and in order to connect to SendGrid, what we need to do is we need to create an application so that it will give you one unique key and it verifies that unique key when you are trying to send. Okay, so how we can generate and how to create a Spring Boot application, what are the libraries we needed for the sending it, that we're going to discuss now. Okay, so so first of all, I'm at a Spring starter. Okay, okay, and I'll creating a new project for this. Okay, something like bulk emails. Bulk emails, and let me keep com dot emails. Okay, and here I am using 3.2.0 and Maven project Java 17, and packaging is var. Okay, and the dependencies are like, as of now, let me take Spring Web and Lombok. Click on generate. This will only give us that library, that Spring Boot application. Okay, so this is the normal steps, right? Let me copy paste it in some place. Let me extract this. Okay, this is my folder, right? So let's open our IntelliJ. In the meantime, what is the library we needed to connect to this SendGrid here? Okay, so this is a library we needed, guys, in order to connect to the SendGrid. Java, which is the latest version, is this. Okay, so if you go back a bit, these are the versions they have. They updated the latest version here as well, November 17th. Okay, this we can use it directly. Okay, this is fine. Then in the meantime, my IntelliJ is happening, right? Okay, so what is a website and how we can create those things is just open SendGrid. You need to create an account, guys. First of all, you need to create an account, which is a free version. Also you can take it. No, start for free here, then here you can create a account. Since I have already created, I have logged in here. Then if you go here to the left side, email API integration guide. Okay, if you go here, then here you can create a project and that will give us that key. Okay, go to the web API. Okay, in the web API, select Java. So here something like demo is my first API key name is, let's say, like demo. Click on create. Okay, so this is my key, guys, which is very important for me. So I'll keep this in my someplace, let's say like notepad as of now. Later I'll try to use that. Okay, this is my key. Let me keep it. That's all you need to do. Other things we'll see. Okay, so my IntelliJ is also started. Let me open that project which I have created just now. Oh, I think it is opening so many. Just a minute. Let me close this. Okay, open. Then inside this I have where is that? Bulk emails, right? So this guy, let me click on open. This will open the project. In the meantime, let me copy paste the latest version. This is the latest version of Maven. Okay, it is a Maven project, right? Go here in the dependency section. You simply add the dependency. Okay, SendGrid dependency. Okay, and here somewhere in the resources, here application properties, let me keep like SendGrid dot key, whatever the key that I have copied, let me keep it here. I have kept it here, right? Okay, so let me take that and keep it here. Yeah, I think until this is sufficient, guys. In later tutorials we'll see what we can do. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. It's me, Karthik. Hello guys, so this is the email which got generated when I tried to send from the Java, okay, with the help of SendGrid. You could see here via SendGrid is also there, right? So what are the steps, all those details we are going to learn. Okay, before start doing it, you need to generate a API key. How you can generate? Go to email API and then here integration steps, then you select the language. In my case I have selected Java. Then here you can create this we have learned in our previous video. Okay, in order to send emails with the help of SendGrid, okay, there were a couple of steps that we are going to see. This SendGrid is useful to send bulk emails, right? But now, as of now, for for learning purpose, let's send one email. Okay, so what are the steps is, first generate a key and add it to the project. I hope you guys have already generated. If not, I'll suggest you guys to generate it. It's free of cost. Okay, now add it to the project. Simply go to application properties, add that key with some name. I have given with name called key and try to get that value here. Okay, later we will use that. Okay, then other things are like in order to send email from the Java code, what are the details you need? You need to have like what is your address, from which address you want to send, to whom, to other people address, right? To other people address. And also if you see here, like from my address I have sent it to this address, right? So this address as well I need from and to address, and also the subject and other details. Okay, that we will see here. Okay, so simply what we can do is, let's go here and create a public void send email. As of now, let's keep it like this. Okay, so what we have discussed is email object, right? So let's get that. Email is nothing but, let me keep it as from email. Okay, from email is equal to new email here, from email dot, you could see set name set email we have. Okay, and this is from, and also to also we need to develop, right? So that means if I keep it here, it will become a duplicated code. So for that purpose, let me create a reusable method in the down. Okay, so private email set email. Okay, so I have string name and a string email address. Here I can use email, nothing but email is equal to new email of email dot set email is nothing but email address from the parameters, and email dot set name is nothing but the name we are going to send. Okay, so I will have from email is nothing but set email. Okay, name and address. Okay, so from address and from name I needed, but what, how do I need to send this? Okay, so for that purpose, let's create a pojo, and from input we'll try to send that. Okay, so let me keep it as model object here. Oh, sorry, let me delete this. Let me create a package called model. Okay, here let me keep something, a class called email details. Okay, so inside this email details, what we can do is, let's have one more class called let's say like email info. Okay, so in email info I will have string name, then string email address. Here, since I am already having Lombok, so I can use directly this Lombok annotations, right? So I have email info. So this email info, let me keep it here, email info as from address, then email info of same to address. So I can have from address and to address separately, and also I can have string something like subject I can have, and string something called like what you call that email body. Okay, these two I have set properly, right? So I can keep this all of them as private. Okay, now I am going to use activate data in order to use that setters and getters, and also I am going to add allocs constructor. Okay, this is going to be my, this will be going to my input. Okay, so simply do one thing here, as part of send email, let's keep it as email details. Okay, so here I will have email details, nothing but um, email details dot get. Now what I can do is, let me input this first. This is related to from, but so get from address, from here get name, this is one, and similarly I can do two as well, right? So just for easy convenience, what I can do is email details dot get from address, that is nothing but email info, right? So email info is nothing but from info I'll keep. Okay, now this from info dot get name I have, so I can pass it here, and from info, then I can do get email address, I can pass that. Okay, then similarly I need to set for from and to as well, right? So let me use something like this, from email to email. Okay, and here email info is nothing but to info is equal to email details dot get to address, right? Yeah, so this object will have to address name and to address email address as well. Okay, so from and to are done. Now what I need to do is, if you see here, from and to are done. Next one is email object, right? So mail object, sorry, mail is nothing but mail is equal to new mail. Okay, of here. If you see here, inside this you need to have from email, then you need to have the subject. Okay, if you see here, it is suggesting, right? Suggesting like from subject to and email contents, right? So how do I get the subject? Subject is nothing but this guy only, right? So simply use email details dot get subject. Okay, then I have to address, so to email. Next I have the content object. Okay, that I don't have, so let me create that content object here. Content is nothing but this one. Okay, this entire thing is nothing but the content. Okay, this is nothing but subject. Okay, so content is equal to content is equal to new content of this is going to be text, plain text. And what is the content? Content you can get it from here, email body itself, right? So use like email details dot get email body, and you can pass it on here, and I will do that to the email, mail object. Okay, now my mail is done. Then what I need to do, I need to start my SendGrid invocation, right? So SendGrid, because we need to send emails, right? So something like grid is equal to new SendGrid of, if you see here, new SendGrid of, here it is asking for, there were a couple of things are there. This is a single parameter. This is nothing but, the string is nothing but our key. Okay, key is which we have generated and kept it here. Okay, in from the application properties. Okay, so that is a key here. Okay, then now what I need to do is grid dot API. Okay, this is how you can send a email. Okay, so this is nothing but my response, but in order to send this, okay, I need to have request object here. See, it is suggesting for the request, right? So let's form that request object as well. Request is nothing but new request. Okay, then request dot, what is the method? The method is post method, because this should be secret. It should, if I use get, the details will be visible. Okay, set endpoint is nothing but mail slash send. This is SendGrid itself is offering. Okay, I'm not doing anything different here. Okay, then set body. This body is nothing but mail. From the mail I have it, so mail dot build. Okay, so this will build, but here I need to add exception to the method signature, like IO exception. Okay, this is nothing but my request object which I am passing to my SendGrid so that I will get the response. Okay, now response, this is nothing but my response object. Okay, so simply use something like response dot get body is returning me the string, so let me return that back here, string. Okay, so what are the things we have learned here is we simply added, see, we have added the key to the application properties and getting here. Then we are building the email object of from and to and mail, right? So from email and to email, then email we have built, then we have built the body, and we have built the subject line, and that we are sending over here. In order to test it, I need to add it this to the controller, right? So I have already created a controller to save some time. Okay, so this is my controller here, and here I have already automated my service method as well. So simply need to hook that method here. This is nothing but email details, right? So here it will ask for request body. Request body is nothing but my email details. Let's say email details. Okay, this I am passing to the details. Okay, and add exception and string. That's all. Okay. Okay, before start using this, I need to build this email details, right? So simply what we can do is let's delete this and let me try to build this. Okay, from address, inside from address what I have is name and email address, right? So name, let me keep name as Karthik, and email address as, let's say, from Gautam Karthik 534@gmail.com. Okay, this is nothing but my email, my firm address, right? We will verify them, not a big deal. Okay, I was simply preparing the uh, no skeleton here to address as well. Similarly, to address his name is, let's say, KB, and email address is okay, then subject and email body, right? So let me keep subject as hello SendGrid. Okay, and email body as well. In the meantime, let's run this application. Spring Boot -: run, right? So here email details, email body. Okay, so email body is nothing but this is to test from Java code. Okay, I am good to go here. In the meantime, I hope this is starts running. Okay, some missing return statements. Okay, response return this and 45 as well. Acha, okay, return email. Okay, now let me rerun this. In the meantime, this is nothing but my endpoint, and here where is my JSON? This is my JSON. This is the postman. Okay, that's okay. Okay, yeah, cool. This is my JSON. Beautify this. Okay, then I think my JSON is also ready, and there is something. What is that? Okay, already is in use. Okay, already is in use, it seems. Okay, not a big deal. Let me keep this to 9013, and let's rerun this application. So let me change this to 9013. I hope you guys have understood the steps, right? Just pretty straightforward if you go with a flow. Okay, this is a flow. Okay, if you understand contextually, it's pretty straightforward, guys. Okay, that's what I'm trying to explain it here. And the application is up. So let me hit here. Now okay, subject required. Okay, I think this is some error we got. Subject is required. You can get error on the requirements. Okay, okay. They are saying subject is required. I have formed the subject, right? Let's see. Okay, so email get subject, email details get subject, and here email details get subject. Okay, this is nothing but okay. I think the JSON is little different, I believe. Here, this is where the issue is. Okay, now if I click on send, you could see you got 200. Let's see here. Now you could see we got them properly, right? Yeah, this is a small demo, guys. I hope it's informative. Hello guys, it's me Karthik. Hope you guys are doing really good. So this is our third video in this playlist of sending bulk emails. So in our previous video, we have learned how to send a single email with the help of SendGrid, right? So we have learned how to form email object, how to form the mail object, how to form that request response, all those details. Let me show you that first. Okay, so this is what we did. We have learned to form from email to email and email object, and we learned how to set email body as well as the subject as well. This is just for single email. Is there anything I need to do it for multiple emails? Because the purpose is I don't want to send it for single guy, right? It's bulk means what? One or more than that, right? So how do I do that? Simply iterate over this, right? So what we did is in our previous video, we have learned about creating, we have built this JSON object, and from here we have built, right? So what I will do is I'll take a notepad plus plus and I will create a list out of this so that I can iterate it, and I can how many ever I wanted I can keep it. Okay, basically this is one way of doing it from the code, I mean from the endpoint. If you are using a service layer from other process, you will get a list and you will get it, right? So this is my one JSON object. So let's try to, I hope this is visible. I don't know how to maximize it here. There's an option to maximize. No. Okay, no issue. Okay, so this is one JSON object I have. Let me copy it. comma, paste it again, and put comma, paste it again, and close that this. Okay, so for all of them I'll keep the firm address as same. This is one firm address. Then for the two address, whoever I wanted, I can send the email address, right? So let me keep something like some email address that I know I have. For this, let's say like uh, and for the other object as well, firm address is same, and the two address, let me modify. Okay, and this is nothing but my list. Okay, this is good. Now let me go to my service layer here. I hope you guys are following this playlist, because here we are using singlet. So the same thing let me use for the list. Okay, so simply create one more called public send bulk emails. Okay, so here list of what is that we have for each one. This is the one, right? So here email we have it. So emails details list I will take, and let's import that list. Okay, now as of now let's keep it white. For loop, let's apply for loop here, and for each detail, email details, like details colon of email details list. Okay, so for each email I have already built my send email, where I have learned to build email objects like from and to, and the content object send grid. This is available in our previous video. If I explain this again, it will take another half an hour. That's why I suggest you guys, strongly suggest you guys to watch this playlist where I have explained clearly. So I simply call this send email, because I already have each object. From each object I'm taking from email address, and to email address I'm setting the content, I'm setting the email object, I'm sending the request and responses, right? So simply use send email, okay, of email. So I have this details, right? So let's use that details object here, and this is going to return as a list, and I think I need to add exception here. No, now it will ask. Okay, okay, this is nothing but it is asking for the list string, right? So let's create a list here, like response list is nothing but new array list, so that I can simply add it here, response list dot add. Yeah, I think we are good to go, guys. That's very simple. Response list, only thing is you need to know how to send individual emails first. In order, once you understand this concept only, you can easily get the bulk one. Okay, now let's build a controller in order to test this. So let me copy paste this guy, send. Let's keep a bulk email here. So for that purpose I will have list of email details list I will have, and import that list. Then let's add that service properly, service dot send bulk emails of email detail list. I think we are here. This is returning the list of strings, right? So let's add that list of return string in the return statement. Okay, I think we are good to go, guys. Yep. Anything else you want me to explain this? Send email where, from, to, and all. I think I have already explained in that other video, right? Okay, I think it is running. Let me stop this server and try to rerun it again so that all the changes will be reflected. Okay, in the meantime, let's start that no, another. Let me maximize a bit. I think this should be good, and this is nothing but instead of send single, you have the bulk email address. Where is that? Send bulk email, and the JSON object is nothing but your list. Let's take that list and keep it as JSON and beautify this. Let's see if there are any errors. No errors, right? We are good to go. Okay, I hope server is up in that time. Okay, server is also up. Let's run this. We are sending the emails, guys. So from one email it will send 3 emails. Since the response nothing is coming, so it is showing like this. That's okay. Let me try to, you could see here, this is one email. Sorry, this is you could see we got this right properly, and any other things are already added here. Let me see. I don't remember the password. That's okay. So this is the way to do it, guys. Hello guys, it's me Karthik. Hope you guys are doing really good. So we are discussing about how we can send bulk emails with the help of SendGrid in Spring Boot. We have learned what is SendGrid and how we can create a project in SendGrid application in order to generate a key that we can use it as part of a Spring Boot application to send a single email. Then we learned about sending the bulk email. Okay, then in this video we are going to learn about how we can add CC and BCC members in order to well, I am sending that email. Okay, so let's get started directly. So I am here with one method I have created in the service layer. You don't need to worry about the source code, guys. I'm going to send each and everything. Okay, I'll upload this in Git so that you will get it. Okay, so I have created a method with name email with CC and BCC. Okay, let's get started. So in our previous video we have dependent on the postman with the pojo like this is a bigger pojo. Okay, and I don't want to make the things complicated. At the same time I want to implement end to end. Okay, so for that purpose let me try to do it everything from the code not to send from the pojo this time. Okay, so here what are the steps we needed to add in order to create, in order to send the email. What we need a from address, we need a to address, now we need CC and BCC as well, right? So let's start that way. From email is equal to new email of this. Then from email, if you see here you have set name and set email, and we have four emails for CC, BCC and two, right? So this become more duplicated code, so I will try to use a reusable method which I have already defined here. Okay, I suggest you guys to use this sort of reusable methods, guys. This is more a good efficient way. Okay, so set email, let me keep as KB tutorials. This is my from address, guys. Similarly we need to address CC, right? So let me copy paste this guy three times. Okay, to email, then CC email, then BCC email. Okay, then here let's say like BCC na, let's say like make sure you are using the valid email IDs, guys. Name can be anything that you are defining, not a big deal. Okay, this part is done. Then we need an email object, and in the email object as well we need to personalize the details, right? So for that purpose let me create a reusable method here so that I'll try to move these details there. So for that, mail is equal to get mail like this. Okay, mail m is equal to new mail, then m dot, here you can add you can set from address, m dot set subject you can do, then m dot set you have anything else, set something like content. No, you have m dot add content. Okay, and there is one more called personalization, guys. So for that purpose, let me take personalization is equal to new personalization. Here you can add reply to, then p dot add cc, then p dot add bcc. Okay, then this will be added back to the email, which is m, this is p. Okay, cool. Now let me I will have more variables if I call it here. Yeah, no issue. Something like email, from email, which is nothing but from email. Then here let me copy paste the same thing to email and cc email and bcc email. Okay, so this will be like to email and this will be like cc email, this will be like bcc email. Okay, so this will be to email, cc is nothing but cc email and bcc is nothing but bcc email. Okay, then we have content and the subject. Okay, let me define here itself string subject. Subject is nothing but it's going to be a string object. So testing cc and bcc demo, like this I can define. Okay, and content is equal to, this is nothing but our email body, right? So new content of, how's the format, is a text format, plain. Okay, and this is demo for learning SendGrid using Spring Boot. Okay, now I have the subject object, so I can add it here. Now I have the content object, I can add it here. Now I am returning this email, return m. Okay, this will be added here. Okay, so mail m is equal to get mail, from address is from email, then we have to email, then we have cc email, then we have bcc email. Okay, I hope this is clear as of now. Okay, now what we have this email, right? Now what you need to do, email is done, you need to send it, then request and the response object. Okay, so let's initialize SendGrid object here. SendGrid is nothing but, let me keep SendGrid is equal to new SendGrid of, with the help of the key I have already got here, so let me use it here. With the help of a debit value, I have got the key, which I have kept it in application properties. Okay, now I have the key. Now I can use directly here. API is nothing but request. Okay, we'll get the response in order to send this thing. Okay, nothing but response is nothing but response. But how do I form that request object, that also we need to see. Okay, let me keep another usable method, maybe request is equal to form request. Let me take request rgq is equal to new request object, then request dot something like set method is nothing but method dot post then request dot set endpoint will be for emails. What we have I think mail slash send, I believe this is the endpoint for sending email in SendGrid. Okay, then set body will be nothing but, is it set body? Yeah, I think, yeah. So here we have mail, this will go here, mail dot build. Okay, and this will ask for IO exception, I believe. Then let's return this request object and let's use that here. Request is equal to form request of mail is in the above, we have it, right? So we need to add exception here. I want this form request, not for request. So form request. Okay, this request should go here, and we got the response. Let me get that status code directly, something like get status code. This is nothing but my integer I'm returning. Okay, I hope you guys could able to understand here. So first we have added from to cc and bcc. That cc is bcc we have added to the mail object here, and as well as subject and content. Then we form that request response, that's it. Okay, now in order to test this, let's add it into the controller. In order to save time, what I did is I have already added these details to the controller. This is the controller, you can see, right? So this is what it is. I hope we are clear now. Let me try to run this application and see. Okay, this should start running, guys. In the meantime, let me open my postman. This is the postman method. Is it? So it is started in the down, then controller. Hopefully it should start now. It is still building. I hope you guys are clear until now. If not, please let me know in a comment section so that I can explain it better way. So this is started here. So if I click on send, it is going. Now you could see we got 2 not 2, right? So you could see first one, this is cricket love. So this is here. Okay, testing with CC and BCC demo. This is nothing but cricket love I have added in a BCC, I believe. Okay, this is a BCC. Okay, now let's see about the CC. CC is where is the CC? CC, you could see this is a CC, right? 2 we can always get. As of now I don't have the credentials, that's why I could not able to show. Yeah, so that's all from this tutorial, guys. I hope it's informative. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. It's me, Karthik. Hello guys, it's me Karthik. Hope you guys are doing really good. So we are continuing our discussion in SendGrid. How we can send bulk mails, how we can send a single email, how we can add CC, BCC, all those things. I will strongly suggest you guys to watch this entire playlist in order to get one item at a time. In this video we are going to learn about how we can add an attachment to the email, and how we can send that attachment. That's the only thing we are going to do here. So there is an object called attachments, which has some properties like name, content type, and content ID, content disposition, something like that. Okay, so we need to basically, what we need to do is we need to set those properties and add back to the mail object. That we will discuss now. Okay, so let's get into the implementation directly here. Okay, so let me create one reusable method before we can add it to the any of the method. Okay, any of the endpoints. Okay, so private, let me keep it as void, like add attachment. As I said, there's a object called attachments like att. Okay, new attachments. Okay, if you do att dot, then you will have all the properties. Okay, so what is that you want to add the data into, you are attaching a file, right? But that should have some data, right? That is about this content, set content, which is a very important thing. Okay, let's discuss about this, then we'll go to the other things. Okay, set content is accepting the string here, right? So let's create a variable called string type and add something to that. Okay, data is equal to, this is text data, but only thing we need to do here is we need to convert to the base 64, then we need to do this. Okay, so base 64, uh, one second, base 64 is equal to new base 64. Okay, then this base 64 is actually coming from, you see here, right, commons codec binary. Okay, so here base 64 dot, here encode as string option we have it, let's take that, and data string we have it, let's convert into the byte array and pass it on here. Okay, this is done. Now let's set other things like disposition is, what is disposition, is nothing but attachment. Okay, then att is att dot set content id is banner, and what is the file name that you wanted to keep. Okay, so keep that name here, file name is equal to, let's say like input dot txt, and that file type as well we need to set here. Okay, so set file, set type we have it, so this is application slash text. Okay, so we have this particular attachment object. Okay, now let's return this. Okay, now we need to hook this into our service method where we are sending an email. Okay, what are the steps to send an email, that we have already discussed, so I'll simply try to explain to you again. Okay, so we are forming an email object, then the mail object, then with the help of SendGrid API key we are sending that. Okay, so let me show you that. In the meantime, let me copy this method directly. Sorry, this is a method, right? This method, let me copy, and here we are sending a email where we have this from email to email info, other things. If you wanted to get a clear idea on this, I will put the link of this. We have explained it clearly in our previous videos, so that you can go and watch that. So we have this mail object, right? So in the mail, just type mail dot, here I think set attachment, no, I think add attachment will be there, add attachments, you could see this, right? So this is what we are doing, guys. In add attachments, it will come here, it will go there. Okay, so what we did in the send email, let me explain this piece of code. As I have said, we need to have the from email and the to email. Okay, so we have this from email and the to email, then email object, mail object, then sending it, then we are sending it directly. Okay, So this one we have already hooked into the other controller. Where is that? I think this is the one. Okay, at the same time I'm going to put link in the description, so that this entire code link in the description, so that you guys don't have to worry too much about this. Okay, so that's all, and you can follow the same procedure for any type of file, be it PDF, Excel, other things. Only thing is you need to read the data according to the type, and try to convert it to the base 64 type and add it. Okay, so in the meantime let me log in to my email. So guys, now we have started our server. So this is my single email where we are sending a single email. If I click on send, you could see it is going now. 200 sent. Okay, we got it. Now if I simply open one of my email, the email should have already sent, and we should have received by this time with the attachment. That attachment we are going to see whether we got it or not. Okay, let's see that. You could see we got some attachment, right? If you open this, now you could see we got this, right? This is how we can send attachments. Hello guys, it's me Karthik. Hope you guys are doing really good. So in this video we are going to continue our discussion in SendGrid. So we are going to use a dynamic templates, and we are going to send the email. One of the cool feature about dynamic templates is that it will only give you all the templates. You just need to get that ID and hook it into your service method. That's it. It will directly send you with a really good template. You don't need to design a from the scratch. It will provide you. You just need to use it. Okay, how to create a dynamic template? First we will learn, then we will learn how we can send the email with the help of that. Okay, so first you log into your SendGrid, then go to the dynamic templates here. Then here you have this green button, right? Create dynamic template. Click on it, and let me take something like test 1 2. Okay, test 1 2 3 I'll take. Click on create. Now if you expand this, there is something called add version. You click on it, then here you could see they will provide you so many good features that you can simply use it. Okay, let me select something this, and once I open that template, I can open it in code editor or design editor. If you open it in design editor, right, it would be easy to edit. So this is nothing but my email. Here you could see it. uh, let's say like version name is, let me keep it as version 1. Okay, this is something related to Black Friday deals, so you don't have to design this template. They will only provide. Once they click on this, right, you need to give that URL, proper URL. Okay, where you want that to go when they click on the book now. Okay, as of now I'll give you something like google.com. That's all I have. Okay, that's all I have. I'll simply click on save, and this is my subject. The subject it will take, and this is the body it will automatically take. You just need to use that. So once you come here, you could see this is active, right? And this is a template ID. We have it. Keep note of this template ID. We really need this. Okay, so let me keep it here so that I can reuse. Now let's send the email with the help of that. So let's come here and create a void method. 1 second. Yes, public, keep it void, send email with template I will take. So what are the steps to send emails? It is these steps that we have discussed in our videos, like we need to have the key, then email object, mail object, then with the help of SendGrid. So let me try to develop it from the scratch so that I can explain to you guys all the way. Okay, so I have already created a key, and that is here in my application properties, and in the service layer I am already using that with the help of @value. Where is that? This is I'm using that. Cool. Now let's frame a email. So email is equal to, let me give from email. So we have email, new email, and here, or else I'll take something like this, email name and this, right? So from email, so from Gautam Karthik 534 at the rate gmail.com, and test 123, then to email to email. So basically from which mail you want to send, that you need to keep it here, and to which email that you wanted to send. Okay, let me keep this. Maybe name is this. Okay, so this is my from and to email completed. Now I have mail object. Okay, so mail is equal to new mail object. I have from mail, then I have I can use one more thing here. Instead of this from and to, what I can do is I have this mail, right? So mail dot set from is nothing but my from email. Then if you see one observation here, mail dot set template ID, right? This template ID is nothing but this ID only, which we have already copied. So let's use that here. This is a template ID, so it will take that ID directly. Okay, mail dot so we have this personalization object, so let's use that personalization, new personalization. Okay, then personalization dot here add to is nothing but to email. Okay, so once this to email is formed, let's add that personalization uh, back to the mail object, that is this is nothing but personalization. Then so from this template only, it will take all the content and the email header as well, email body as well. You don't need to worry. Okay, now I need to use the SendGrid, right? So SendGrid is equal to, let me take SendGrid is equal to new SendGrid of, with the help of the key I need to create this variable. So this is done. Now I need to send with the help of SendGrid dot, here there is something called API, and that needs a request object, right? So let's form the request object directly. So request is equal to request of new request. Okay, then request dot set body is nothing but mail dot build. Okay, that is our body, and here it will ask for some exception, we need to add that. Then request dot, I think endpoint and method will be post method, and endpoint will be uh, set endpoint will be uh, mail slash, I forgot. Let me open. I think send a mail something will be there. Request mail slash send this. mail/send. Then we got the request object, then need to use that to the API method here with the help of request. Then we get that response here. Okay, then API slash anything you can not set here. API slash get status code. This is nothing but integers, so let me change this. Let me format this. Control Shift Control Alt L, sorry. Okay, this is done. Now simply hook into your controller. Okay, so let me take something called this, copy paste this, and here send email with template, email with dynamic template. Copy this, paste it here. Is it requesting anybody? No. And what is the type? It is integer, so int, then service dot send the email with template. Done. Okay, now let me execute this. Okay, in the meantime, let me set my postman ready. Okay, I think I'm not using anything here, so this should be ready. So let's see whether our application is started. It's still compiling. In the meantime, let me explain to you one more time. What we did is we simply generated that template from online and added here set template ID. Remaining things are like from email and to email, from which email ID I want to send that email and to which email, and those were added to the mail object here, from and to, and then the SendGrid request object. Then we are sending the email. From the response we are returning back that response. Okay, so I think this should be okay. There is some error. Okay, what is it? Okay, already is in use, it seems. One sec. Simply restarted my IntelliJ IDE since port is already in use. So now you could see I have started running this. Let me click on send here. So because we have already is configured this, so here we should receive 200. Now you could see we got 2, not 2. That is success message only. Let's see whether we got it or not. Now if I go here, I think if I refresh it once, now you could see we got a mail, that this is what we got it, right? So yeah, this is a small video guys. I hope you guys could able to understand. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. It's me, Karthik. Hello guys, it's me Karthik. Hope you guys are doing really good. So in this video we are going to talk about how we can send an email with the help of dynamic template and also with dynamic data. Okay, in our previous video we have learned how we can generate a dynamic template and how we can use it as part of Java code. Now we are going to create some variables in a template and replace those values with the Java code. So let's get started here. First, let's create a dynamic template. So first you log into the SendGrid, then you go to the email API. There you have a dynamic template. Create dynamic template. Okay. So let me take something like dynamic template 123. Click on create. This will create a template for us. You have to remember this ID, that is we are going to use as part of Java. Now select some template which you feel it's good for your need. Okay, so let me select something here. So yeah, let me select this, then click on this editor design. This will load our template. Okay, now here let me change this so that I can dynamically replace it in Java code. What you need to do, you have to create a variable in these codes, two braces you have to keep. Okay, so let me change this as well. Let me change this to, let's say, last name. Okay, then you click on save. So this is our template. Now in our from Java code we are going to replace these two values. Okay, now if you click on sign up me, there is some URL which we need to add. Okay, let me give something like this. You click on save, go back, take that template ID. Okay, now let me close the server which is running. Now let me create a reusable method here. Okay, so something like public void dynamic template with values. Let's take something like this. Okay, so the steps are going to be same, only thing is we need to add the template and replace the values. Okay, to do that, let me take something called this, where we have explained the steps like email, from, and to objects we need, right? So let me take email. From email is equal to new email of, we need to add from and to. Okay, so from is from Karthik 534 at the rate gmail.com, and the name, KB tutorials. This is my from address. Then to address as well I need. Okay, so to email is equal to new email of KB Karthik 662 at the rate gmail.com. Then let's say Karthik. Okay, our from and to completed. Now let's take a mail object is equal to new mail. Now let's set that template ID here. So set template ID. Now go here, copy the template ID. Okay, and paste it over here. Remember, if you have a single extra space as well, it is going to fail. Remember not to have any spaces. Okay, there is some code flaw I guess, because while they are taking, they should have removed that space, but they are not removing. So be ensure that. Okay, now set from email will be like from email. Okay, then we have the template data, right? What is the template data we need to replace? We need to replace the name and the last name. Okay, name and the last name, right? So to do that, let's take a personalization variable called personalization of new personalization. Okay, in this personalization we need to replace that value with add dynamic template data. Key will be the name of the, it's like a key value pair. Okay, key should be the same name which we have given in the template, guys. Name is a name I given it, so let me take that name, and let me take this as Karthik. There's a one more variable I have, that also I need to take. What will happen if I don't take the same template with the braces? It will come if you don't take. Okay, last name, and this is Beti. I hope last name spelling is correct. Yeah, it's correct only. Now we have this personalization, right? In personalization only we need to set to address as well. So to email, once we have this, we need to add that personalization variable back to the email. Okay, so add personalization back to personalization. Okay, this personalization variable is completed. Now we have to build a request and response. Okay, so for that, SendGrid, let's say like SendGrid is equal to new SendGrid of key. Okay, key is nothing but our key which we have generated, not this template key guys, which we have generated as part of our application. Okay, so in our previous videos we have explained that we are getting that from application properties. Okay, so in order to connect to the SendGrid, we have created one project. There we have got this key which is very important. Okay, without that you cannot send that emails. Okay, so that SendGrid we got it. Now if you want to send email, you need to use this API function. There it is accepting the request object, right? So let's build the request object first. Request is equal to, let me take it as request, new request. Okay, then request dot, here set body will be like mail dot build. This will be the body, and this will add, it throws some exception. Let's add it into the method signature, which is IO exception. Okay, then request dot, we have set method will be like post method, right? So post method, then request dot endpoint, we need to set the endpoint, that will be like mail slash send. Okay, this is my request object. Now send grid dot API of request. Okay, this is our request object. This will this will give us the response object. So let's use that response object directly. Response. Okay, so let's return the status code, response dot get status code. Okay, so change the return type to the integer. Now it's time to hook this service method back to the controller. Okay, so to save some time, what we can do is let's copy paste this method and use it here. Send the dynamic template with variables like this. Let's copy and create a method of same type, and service method, let's change this to dynamic template and with the values. Is this the one we are referring? Yeah, I think this is the one we are referring. Yes, cool. Okay, now our controller is also formed. Now let's run this application. Main spring boot -run. This will run our application. In the meantime, let's set up our postman. So my application is running at 9013 guys. As of now we are not getting anything from the body. If you want, you can directly add it, not a big deal. Okay, I hope you guys have a clear idea until now. If you have not cleared anything, let me know in the comment section so that I can help you. If we let's go one step at a time, on a high level. Like what we did is we have set the from email with the spelling correctly, to email as well spelling correctly. If something is going wrong, right, this will, so this will not send, that's why. And template as well, then we have set that from and to the mail object with the dynamic data being set properly, and that personalization being added back to that mail object. Then with the help of SendGrid, we are sending that email like this. Okay, so these are the steps guys. Let me click on send here. Okay, so this should ideally send. Now you could see 202, right? So let's open that email and see whether we got that or not. Now you could see there is a new email, and here you could see Karthik and the last name Beti. Yep, this is how we can send guys. Hope it's useful. Hello guys, it's me Karthik. Hope you guys are doing really good. So we are continuing our discussion on the scheduling, right? So what we have did in previous videos in this playlist, we have learned about scheduling with a cron expression, fixed rate and fixed delay, other different concepts. Also we have learned about the shedlock as well. Okay, now in today's video we are going to see a classical use case on the scheduling called birthday emails. So suppose today is my birthday, and once I wake up in the morning, if I open my email, I would see couple of automatically generated emails from different vendors, something called, from banking, some shopping sites. They will say like, hey Karthik, wishing you a happy birthday, and I hope you're having a great time, and we are wishing you really good happy birthday, something like that they will say. Okay, and not just me, there will be millions of customers they will have, and they will send according to their birthdays this sort of automatically generated emails. Okay, so in today's video we are going to see how we can implement such a use case with the help of schedulers. Okay, so I have come up with different steps here, like first we will run a daily job. First, we will set up a daily job, then we will set up the data, then with today's date, we are going to see with the customer's data birthday. If yes, then we will send email with the help of SendGrid. Okay, SendGrid is a bulk emailer API. There's a separate playlist I have made. So hope you guys are going to watch till the end. Okay, so let's get started. Let's go with the first step, daily running job. Okay, so here I have this particular project where I'm going to put in the description for you guys, so that is easy for you. Okay, so let me take a class here called, birthday service. Let me annotate this with the service at the rate service. Okay, and let me take SLS4J, a logger from the Lombok, so that I will have that logging being ready, and I am going to use schedule annotation here. Okay, schedule with the help of cron expression we are going to use. Okay, something called daily we are going to pick. Okay, daily job we are going to pick. Let me take a void method. Okay, send birthday email. Okay, something like that. So what we are doing is we are scheduling a job, and we are taking that job on a daily basis. Okay, so in order to implement this, what you need to do, go to your main method and enable scheduling. Okay, once you do that, it will automatically come here. Okay, so now where is that service we have, birthday service? So we are good with this. Let me add a something like logger here, start of birthday email service, something like this. We will start now. Let's go to the second step. This will automatically pick it up daily 12 o'clock. Okay, now let's go to the second step here. Or else what you can do is, instead of this, what you can do is you can prepare a cron expression as well, something like this. No, seconds, minutes, hours, like this as well you can pick it up. Okay, but I would recommend using daily itself. This is a better approach. Okay, now let's go with the table creation and insert the data. If you have the data with you, that's well and good. If not, then let's create a table and insert the data in order to identify this. Okay, so to do that, what you need to do, you need to connect to the database first. Okay, so what are the dependencies you need to add here is spring data jpa you need to add, and any of the database you wanted to add you can add. In my case I am using MariaDB, so I have taken the MariaDB thing here. Okay, and go to the application properties, and corresponding DB related dependencies you can add. Okay, JDBC related dependencies you can add. Okay, then let's create that entity. Okay, so here let me take customer info as an entity, entity, and table name is equal to, let's say, customer underscore info, right? And let's import the table as well. Okay, now let us take the values. First is id, which is generated value. Okay, and column name is equal to id, right? It is private long, let's take it as id. Okay, now similarly what we can do is, let me copy, it's okay, let me use it directly here. Column name is equal to name, here private string name. Okay, this is the customer name. Similarly what we can do is, we can take the email as well, because to this email we are going to send our email id, our email, right? So email we have. Then let's take the birthday year, private, let me take name is equal to date of year, doy. Okay, date of birth of year, something like that we can take. Okay, so int year. Similarly what we can do is month and day. So DOM, let's take as let me keep it as DOB, date of birth, year. This is more meaningful. DOB month and DOB let's say like date. Okay, that is also year. So it will be comes like this, 1996, 12th and 1. Okay, so month will be like 12 and 1 will be the date. Okay, and 1996 will be the year. Okay, so that's how we are going to take it. It's up to you how you wanted to take it. Okay, and you can add a couple of other fields as well, something like this is customer info, right? So something like last name and address you can add. These are all optional for us, but in customer info this sort of data will be there. That's why we are adding. Okay, so we got this. Right. Now what we need to do, as of now we don't have such no data, right? So how will it identifies, right? So in order to do that, what you can do is you can insert the data. So to do that, first we need to have a repo. So let me take it a interface here. Okay, customer info repo. Okay, which is nothing but extends JPA repository of what? Of customer info, uh, customer info entity, and our key is of long form. Okay, this is, let's keep it as repository, and here in customer info let's add rlogs constructor, and also let's add a data lambda, so that it will add the setters and getters, and also no args constructor as well we are going to add. Now we are done with the repository. Now let's insert some data into this table, so that we can check against our daily running job, right? So what you can do is, Here only you can add, or in your main method you can insert the data when it is running. Okay, so I am using a command line runner interface here. So what it will do is, what the command line runner interfaces do is, it will give you a run method. So when this particular bean got created, this piece of code will get executed. That is, the code we are going to put in run method will get executed, and it will executed only once. So in this, let's add the data. Okay, so to do that, what we need to do, let's take our customer info entity, like cust info 1 is equal to new customer info entity. Okay, so customer info dot, let's set that email is, let me add, and cust info 1 dot set name, let me add my name directly, and cust info dot set uh, address, let me keep it as Hyderabad because I am from Hyderabad. Next, cust info 1 dot set, you could see here date of birth, right, 1993. Cust info dot um, date of month is third month, so I'll keep it 3. Cust info dot set date 26th. Okay, so we have this. There's a one more field we have, I think last name, let me take it as Betty. Okay, now we are going to save this data into the table with the help of the repo. Okay, so let's invoke that repo here. Since I already have all as constructor, so it is going to be a constructor based dependency injection. Okay, so customer info repo, it's like customer info repo. Okay, now customer info repo dot save of cust info 1, this is the first object we are farming. Similarly, let's farm one more so that we can check against. Okay, so this is nothing but 2. Hope you guys are following. If you already have the data, you can simply vomit this step. Since I don't have data, so I am taking this. Or maybe in your application, something some other services, this data might come as well. So not a big deal. Let me keep 12th month, today's date, that is 21st. Okay, cool, nice. So we have picked up the data properly. 2 datas were there. Okay, cool. Now second step got completed. In scheduled logic, check today's date with DOB. This is the third one. So we have this data in the table. What we need to do is, we need to check whether we are going to, with this data, today's data, we need to, today's date, we need to check, right, in order to identify the date of birth. So we have this birthday service right here. let me take local date. Date is equal to local date dot now. Okay, so from this date dot here get month value, so that we are going to get the month. Okay, so this is nothing but month. And similarly, let's take date as well. Okay, date or day, I would say date, let's keep it like that. So okay, so let's keep, since that variable is already there, let me keep it as day here. Date that here get day of month. Okay, we got both. Now what we need to do, we need to search against our table in order to identify. Here what we are doing, today's date we are taking. Today's date is 12th of December 21st of December. So from here what we are going to get, here we are going to get 12 because this is 12th month, and here we are going to get date of 21. Okay, let me keep it like this. Now here with this data, okay, so now you could see this data should get picked up because 1221, right? This should get picked up and we are going to send a mail. So how do we say it is going to pick up? We need to search for that, right? So let's add that repo here, then we'll do find by in order to identify the records. Okay, so private final and customer info repo, this guy. Okay, info repo here. Now here info repo dot find by here, let's get into the table and identify. Find by DOB month and DOB date. Okay, so find by, where is that? Find by DOB month, date of month, and DOB, let's see, I'm not sure. DOB date. Okay, DOB date. Here we have month and day. Okay, and this will create not just one, it can create multiple records, right? Because in today there could be lot of other customers celebrating, right? So let me take list, I mean in today's lot of other customers celebrating their own birthday, right? So that's why I'm taking list here, and let's take customer info object, and if no records found, that list size is going to be 0. Based on that we can check always. Now let's import that list. Okay, let's say like import java.util.list. Okay, now we have got this. Okay, now this will return us, oh sorry, this much. Okay, this is a list it is going to return us. And if here, if let's say like birthday list, okay, here if birthday list dot size, I would say is not empty would be good. Okay, is empty, let's add a negation here. If it is not empty, then you go and check if it is not empty. Else let's add a logger here, log.info, let's say like no customers birthday is today, something like that. Let's keep it. Now I have that customer's birthday, right? Now this is going to be list, right? So let me take for loop in order to iterate over this list. Cust info of birthday list. Okay, now I have this for loop. Inside this for loop I need to iterate and get that email and that okay, let me take something like this. String name is equal to cust info dot get name, and the string email is equal to cust info dot get email. Okay, now I can send my birthday invite to these name and emails. Okay, so let's say like no send birthday emails of name and email object. Okay, now let's create a method here. Okay, now it will come here, it will check. Okay, so we are good with that third step. Now the fourth step is we need to send that email, right? In order to send emails, this is nothing but a bulk emails, because this is a list and the list can have more than 100 customers, 1000 customers, one customer, two customers. So it is going to be a bulk email, right? So for bulk emails we have something called a SendGrid library, which is really useful one. I have already prepared a set of videos that you guys can check it out. Okay, and here you need to create the keys in order to first you need to create uh, that project are the key in order to use that. I have already shown how to create that. Let me show you here somewhere if I have dynamic integration guide. Yeah, in integration guide, if you go and there they will show you how we can create. Now you could see web API. Then in web API you have different languages. In our case it's a Java language, and here I can give that name and it will create. In my case I have already created and I have kept it in application properties. Here this is my key, this is a key got generated so that I can directly use that. Okay, then in order to prepare a template. Okay, let's prepare a dynamic template and change the values. Okay, so here you come here to the dynamic templates, create a dynamic template from here. Let's say like birthday template. You have this birthday template. This is a template ID, we need it, so let me keep it as here. Okay, like birthday dot template dot id. Let me keep it over here, it is good, it is useful for me. Now let's go and add the version. Okay, you can create the template or you can select from what you have. I will select this. Here let me keep dear name. This name we are going to change dynamically. Happy birthday. Okay, and here they have happy birthday day name, and let me take last name as well. Once I click on it here, my site should come. Okay, let me take something like this. I think we are good to go here. We are good to go. I have saved here. Since we already have this, so in order to add that SendGrid, what we need to do, Maven repository, you need to add that SendGrid library, SendGrid Java. You could see this guy. Okay, this guy you need to add. I have already added, so I'm simply going over here. Let me show you that SendGrid Java. You can see that, right? Cool, nice. Now let's send the email here. Birthday, name, and let me take the last name as well. String last name is equal to custinfo dot get last name, so that I can use it over here. I can use it over here. Name, last name, we have it, so I can use it over here. Good, not a big deal. So string last name, let me pass it on here, last name. Okay, now let's come to the SendGrid part, sending a email. Okay, so let me open another PPT where I have explained the different steps to send a email with the help of SendGrid. This playlist also available in our case. So generate, these are the steps guys, basically. Okay, generate a key, add to the project that we have added, but let's try to get that key here. Okay, with the help of @ value here, private string, let's say like send grid key as key, whatever that is presented in your application properties, you need to take it here. I have given with the name key, so I have taken that. Here I have it in my variable. Then what I need to do, I need to have an email object of from and to. Okay, so from which email I need to send and to which email. Okay, so that, let me do it here. I will from email, let me take from here, from dot email is equal to okay. So these two mails I am going to use it in my service. I mean these two values. Copy, paste it here, from email, from username, and entire code will be available to you guys. You don't need to worry about anything. Okay, you just need to understand this. That's it. From dot mail. Okay, let me remove this. Then from dot name, I believe. From dot name, right? Okay, so from dot name I have. So from username, from email I have. So let's build our email object first. Email mail is equal to new email of here we have new email. Okay, then mail dot, you could see here set name, set email we have, right? So let me take it here. Okay, from name and from username. I think this also would work fine. this is from mail. Similarly, let's copy paste from this from mail, and all will be coming from my email, right? So it is going to be constant. So I have taken from application properties. Okay, now let's take to mail is nothing but email and is name. Okay, we got this. Now email object formed. Now let's form the mail object. Okay, so in the mail object, what we have, this is mail object. Mail is equal to new mail object. Okay, now mail dot set from, this is nothing but from mail. Okay, now let's add a personalization field here. Before to that, let's do one thing. Mail dot set template id. Okay, this is nothing but our template id, guys, that I would like to show. Is this template id, which we have already kept it in our application properties somewhere here, right? So let's use that. Here. Okay, so template.id, so this is nothing but template id. Okay, let's use this. Come down here and keep it over here. Dot, let me add trim, just it will remove some unnecessary spaces if it is there in before and after. Okay, so this is my template id. Now let's add a personalization field here. Let's say personalization is equal to new personalization. Okay, and personalization dot here add to is nothing but to mail, right? Now personalization dot here add dynamic template data. Okay, so mine is name is nothing but name. Why I taken the name? Because it is presented in my template here, right? Let me open that. There were two fields are presented, name and last name. So name will be coming from the name here, and similarly let me copy paste this for the last name as well. Last name is coming from last name. Okay, now let me show you. I think it is still loading, so in the meantime let's progress over there. Now we need to add this personalization to the mail object. So add personalization of personalization. This is done. Now what we need to do, we need to take that SendGrid thing, right? So mail object is done. SendGrid API key validation request response. Okay, so let me take that SendGrid. Let's take SendGrid is equal to new SendGrid of the key. Key is nothing but what we have generated here. So this is a SendGrid. This is nothing but this key for the given project we have generated, right, in the SendGrid, that one. Okay, now you could see name, this field, and here as well we have used somewhere. I think somewhere I have used, yeah, happy birthday name and last name. Okay, ensure both are same, name, last name, then SendGrid. Now here, in order to send, what we need to do is let's use API. In order to use that API, we need to have that request object, right? So let's form that request object now. request is equal to new request of this. Now request dot set body. Body will be coming from the mail dot build thing. Now this we need to add an exception to the method signature. Now what we have, request dot here set method and endpoint. Endpoint would be like I think mail slash send, I believe. Okay, and request slash set method is post, method dot post, mail slash send. Yeah, correct only. Okay, this is set method. Okay, now we have the request object. Now let's use that request object dot API of request. Okay, now this will send the response. Let's introduce a variable response. Okay, and let me add log.info of email status is. If we get 200, then we are good. API dot send status code. Okay, get status code. Okay, so this is the implementation, guys. This we have already hooked here. Okay, now for this we need to add an exception to the signature. Yeah, I think that's all we have, guys. Okay, so what we did is these steps. If match found, invoke the step to logic, right? So what we did is we have started a scheduled method here with daily. Then we have taken today's date and compared with our table whether today's date is matching with customer's date with month and day. Okay, if yes, I mean let's say some customer born on something like this. Okay, that means his birthday is today because December 21st, right? That was his birthday. So on this day we are sending a email. Okay, so birthday list is not empty, that means there's something is there. Okay, so that list we are iterating. For each customer we are taking that name, email, last name. Okay, let me add trim at the end just to ensure there is no uh, spaces ahead. Now it will come here. Then here in the mail object what we are doing is we are forming that mail email object, then the mail object with the set from and template ID and the personalization. Okay, so that's all we are doing, guys. Here we are sending the email. Okay, this is the logic I have. Okay, this is little a bigger one, but I'm going to put everything git link in the description so that you guys can easily follow. And I would strongly suggest you guys to what I would say is to send follow this and also send a good playlist that I have. I think some 6 videos we have already framed, so that also you can follow, guys. Now you could see it is compiling. Hopefully it triggers something. If not, then can't do much because this is daily running job. Not sure at what time it will pick up, but this is a logic. Okay, something got failed here. Okay, I think there is something. Column DOY is duplicated in mapping. Okay, I think customer info table. Where is that customer info table? Customer info repo in table here. I think it is getting duplicated somewhere. Data of, yeah, DOY, yeah, okay, here, right? DOD, let's take. Okay. Now you could see it is started running. Let's wait for a minute and see. It is compiling. Whether everything is getting executed or not, we are going to see that. Okay, without any issues, if everything is getting executed, that's well and good for us. Okay, so if we get this logic, that is also good. If we get this logger, that is good. If not, that's okay. I think again it got failed. Okay, I think application failed to run. Bulk email service birthday service requires a string that could not be found. 1 minute. Birthday service action. Okay, parameters. Constructor in birthday service require a type of string that could not be found. Where? Parameter 0 in constructor bulk birthday email service of type of bin java.lang that could not be found. Okay. All args constructor, let's take no args constructor and uh, so guys, we have removed that, I mean, we have overcome that exception. Here, what we did is we just did small code changes, like we have removed that rlogs constructor, and this piece of code is same. I just added two of the constructors here, zero parameter constructor and also the all parameters constructor I have added, and I have initialized those values. Okay, that's what I did. So yeah, that's now you could see our application is up and running. Okay, yeah, I think that's all I would like to show here. Thank you.